This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Phil Perich, and you are listening to Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man's clone. He's the guy. He's got a sweatshirt. Yeah, that's how you know he's different, and he's a blonde hair.
Well, if you didn't know, it's Scarlet Spider Week. Welcome back to the Ultimate Spider Cast. Remember, you can tell with the Matt Kona intro that it's a Scarlet Spider episode. It's not one of our usual episodes.
I'm here for you.
That's a regular episode. Welcome back. I am Phil. Joining me as always, marvelous Matt Kona from the city of Boston.
Yeah, whatever. Hi, everyone. I'm marvelous.
And coming from that far-off fantasy land of Australia, Wanchu's favorite high priest, it is.
Hey, this is Ray. Hello, everyone. I am not real.
He's wearing a sweatshirt that has sleeves. Ben Reilly would be outraged.
Got to tear him off now.
Oh, look, he tried, man. He wore a sweatshirt. All right, so hey. I was going to say, it's been a month.
Good morning.
It's been a little over a month. Hey.
The morning stretches just kind of shake off the sleep.
Yeah.
And must I say, these guys, people listening, people watching, these guys look very dashing. I've just got to say, you guys look good in purple.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We're wearing our Into the Night and Moonlight podcast t-shirts. Yes.
Available on TeePublic. Hit me up after the show, and I can lead you there.
Nice. Hey, oh, send me a link. I'll put it in the show notes.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
If you would like to look as good as Phil and Matt, click.
If you're listening to just the audio version, we look really good.
Oh yeah. We are sexy. Yeah. Anyway, so today, because I was going to say it's either morning or night. Who knows? What's both? We are talking the next Ben Reilly story, the Exile returns. Which didn't he return last time? But anyway,
it's always returning. That's his gimmick.
It's a proper return. Yes.
Yeah.
From Web of Spider-Man 118, 119, Spider-Man Unlimited 7, and Spider-Man 52 and 53. What is this all like? November and December of 1994.
Oh yeah.
Matt Kona is listening.
Beautiful year.
Matt Kona is listening to grunge music somewhere.
Yeah. 94. Wow.
Hopefully also reading these back in the day as well. I mean, these are good. These hold up really well. Can't wait to get into this. We not only have Ben Reilly, but come on, Venom. Jeez.
Oh, I know you're all raring to go. You're like, oh, Venom action.
Yeah. And it's good. You get a lot of good fight scenes, and it's great. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
There are a few questions though, which I will spray towards both of you. It'd be interesting just because a lot of very different. We're starting to see a very different character, more so in Ben Reilly. Just points of difference between him and Peter Parker, which I find interesting.
Oh yeah, it's a 5 years on the road, man. But yeah, it starts at the Museum of Natural History in New York. Ben Reilly checking out the spider display.
As you do. You don't want to be conspicuous at all. Why not just go look at a big spider? That's good.
I wonder if this is a mainstay exhibit or just one of those ones that has a couple week run. You know, it's going around the country. Of course, if there's a museum in Salt Lake City, we'll probably be there too. You know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Not sure how popular arachnids are, in exhibits, but
yeah.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Museums have weird stuff. They have that. What is that? I always wanted to go see. They have like the actual mummies in like glass cases, and you can like go see like actual mummies and stuff.
Yeah. This it seems like this one's an Australian spider. Looks kind of life size.
Oh, you get big spiders down there, huh?
A little big, yeah. Excellent. But they're not poisonous. Don't worry. The big ones aren't. It's the little ones you got to worry about.
Okay. So, do they ever jump out and attack you?
They do. Huntsman. I saw one today. Actually, I was at the apartment. I was bringing back stuff from the old place to the new place. I picked up a box, and you know that you guys have watched Aliens, right? You know the face huggers.
Yeah.
And just from the corner of your eye, you see,
yeah.
you see something scuttling on the ground. And I had a look. It was a huntsman, but they're all right.
Out of the pouch, boing.
That's what he said. All right. So Ben Riley in his sunglasses and hat, glasses. What kind of disguise is that?
So, like every other person in the MCU has used this.
Or your Clark Kent race.
Oh, yeah, Clark Kent's. Oh, yeah, true.
And then security guard Willie Lumpkin tells him it's closing time. Looks like Willie Lumpkin.
I like that he's wearing a slightly off New York Yankees hat, which is probably like a fourth of the price of the real thing, which is like a true tourist thrift shop thing. Yeah.
Or I mean, it could be that, or Marvel didn't want to get sued by the Yankees.
Yeah, that's true. There are some later on. We'll see a Pep-Z sign with PEPZI. So
I didn't know.
There's some familiarity of copyright fluctuation going on.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We should stop. Ray, the Yankees are baseball.
Thank you. No. I've got a Yankees cap.
It's like cricket, but with round. And it takes less than a day. Slightly less. Baseball is still very long. But
you haven't lived until you watch a 5-day match.
Man, I've gone through some rabbit holes. I've had to watch it. I've watched like a Netflix show that explains cricket a little bit, and I was into it at the time, but I'm still very lost.
Yeah, they
We'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah.
You can break it all down for us. Yeah.
I was about to go into it, which would need about 5 days. So
There's a lot.
But yeah, so Ben's about to leave the museum, and these two goons are holding up. At first, I thought it was the gift shop, and I guess it's the hot dog stand outside. I'm like, is that like a big score of like hot dog stands?
Yeah.
I know it's New York, but
Hot dog New York is all around. Hot dog stands are all around like New York. Falafel stands. They got a lot of food corner options. Hot peanuts.
they have a lot of cash now.
Well, I mean, they're there all day. Like you could get a hot dog in the morning. So this is presumably happening at nighttime. So,
And I mean,
back then, this is pre-credit card being so convenient. There's no Apple Pay.
Oh, true.
So just throw your
cash in hand.
earned cash. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they just look like some like scuzzy. I mean, they look like pretty well dressed crooks, and they got like that.
Yeah, I found this a bit odd. As you say, Phil, was it like they're kind of nothing against hot dog stand people, but it seems to be scraping the bottom of the barrel here for the guys. They seem a bit more like organized crime. What are they doing holding this guy up? But we do see the origin, I guess, of the coming costume, Mr. Riley.
Yes, it's in the window there, right?
Yeah.
So he bought the sweatshirt. Did he buy that Spider World book though?
Yeah, if he wanted to do his homework properly, I hope so.
Did he know by now? He's had nothing but time to study spiders.
Yeah.
Oh, but again, he's standing there thinking about power and responsibility. It's like, oh no, what if someone had shot a hot dog?
I have
Yeah.
to.
And look, I might as well just get it out now as well. This was the thing I'm just talking about. He's continually, about the character of Ben, he's just so unsure of himself. And like, you know, not only that, he doesn't want to be a hero. He keeps on almost overthinking things. And I think that's a nice difference between him and Peter. He's a lot, although he seems to be, like we see later on, everyone's kind of going, oh, what a great hero, what a swashbuckler. He doesn't have the confidence himself. He just, you know, yeah.
You know, we're still getting that existential, you know, am I a person? Am I a man? You know,
Yeah.
I don't write anything.
It did remind me a little bit about the unsureness of another comic book character that's all near and dear to our hearts, Quasar, who seems to be grappling with when his early issues, you know, being the protector of the universe.
Oh, yeah.
Is he a failure, you know? But yeah, Ben, it's weird. Yeah, I mean, as we go through this story arc, he is mostly in this mode. He's very unsure of himself and not sure where his place in the world is or what he's supposed to be doing. He's just kind of drawn to New York and trying to figure it out.
I love Matt Kona always plugging.
What about our Quasar podcast? The Quasar Zone?
How about it?
Let's get a one wheel drop in there. Oh, but then then the next part on the east side, Ray's favorite Venom.
Yeah, and I've got to say, props again to, we mentioned it last episode, but props to Steve Butler, the artist. It looks so cool. He does a really cool Venom, you know, over the top, as you'd expect. Veiny or symbiote, like all over his arms and body, but he's got the cool face, just fully ripped. Yeah.
Well, Brock too is like a weightlifter.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight. Yeah, heavyweight guy. Yeah, he's meant to be big, which is why I thought in Spider-Man 3 with Topher Grace, thought that Eddie Brock was a little like, oh, that's not him.
Yeah, it was kind of that whole thing was kind of off. He was too, I don't know, too jovial, too small.
Yeah, and he didn't have the growl in his voice. Like, he just spoke like Topher Grace when he was Venom.
Yeah,
like, like he's meant to be,
screwing the finger.
Well, they don't have it here, but didn't he usually, his word balloons, weren't they usually kind of gravelly?
There might have been a few issues. Yeah. Ben Riley.
Yeah, whatever.
But they would be lined in black sometimes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think
that's
that's how it was.
I think it kind of all depends on maybe how evil he is in the issue or what the artist in charge is, because this one, you know, as we sort of start to see, he's Venom is also thinking about power and responsibility and fitting into his role as a lethal protector.
Well, he came back to New York from San Francisco because he didn't want Carnage to get loose after that whole Ravencroft thing, but he missed the whole thing. But hey, look, there's guys shooting at cops on the freeway there. Yeah. Look, as if you didn't know, you know, I love that cop car has Cop 1 on the front of it.
Yeah,
awesome. They got customized plates.
Mm-hmm. So Eddie just like punches those guys in the face as they're doing like 990 down the expressway, and it crashes in the road. But the cops
is pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good scene actually. It's quite compact, but it's quite fun. It's a almost kind of like a movie. But yeah, you're right. I love the little bullets being spat out by the symbiote.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice compact scene. You know, if that was Bendis, it would be half the issue.
Yeah.
Bendis.
But yes, and then Eddie goes to the warehouse where I guess it's an apartment building. It had to have been where Gene DeWolf died, and that's where the whole thing with Venom started because Eddie reported who the killer Sin Eater was, but then Spider-Man brought in the real Sin Eater and it proved Eddie's story wrong, and all this featuring.
Journalistic integrity was way bigger back then.
That's true.
Humiliated.
It's got to be longer. I need a full-length one. I could sprinkle some thin particles on it to make it bigger.
Get your journalistic integrity there.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess, Brock's just looking for trouble now, so he's following another cop car. Oh, look, car 54.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he's looking for symbiotes, right? He's basically on a mission to take out. He wanted to kill Carnage, didn't he? And now he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't think that's really I don't think him seeking out Shriek and the others are really on his radar. It kind of just pops up, but he just wants to prevent the Carnage from coming back or, making it what happened last time worse in the same way that Ben is thinking about it. He doesn't want a repeat of when Uncle Ben was killed before. There's sort of like a kind of a neat parallel there.
Yeah. Oh, and then we get more Aunt May's in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And Mary Jane's mum.
Her aunt, her aunt.
Aunt. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, bit of drama there.
Betty Branch shows up, and Ben Riley hanging outside the window. He's like, "Hey, man, I have memories of her. Hey, now." I have memories.
I mean, how awkward is that? Like when she goes to Betty. Oh, years ago, I think she secretly hoped that you and Peter. It's like, yeah, okay. No, it's really none of her business. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think the writer was just like, things almost happened between Peter and Betty, and meanwhile Ben Riley's hanging out there like, hey, I'm not the married one.
Yeah. There's a little kind of tag for readers as well, just to let them know where Betty is placed in it all.
But yeah, just pay attention. Yeah, just pay attention because during the Clone Saga, I think he has at least 5 or 6 girlfriends through the whole thing.
Oh wow!
Like a 2-year span, he gets I think at least 6 girlfriends.
I'm loving it.
He does.
He's really.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of in the 90s. A movie called Multiplicity came out, starring Michael Keaton, the original Batman from movies. Not Adam West, but but everyone had this fantasy. You wish you could clone yourself to date all these people. I mean, he only made 1 clone, but they just dated a lot of people. I'm reading too much.
True. The 90s, because Betty's thinking about Nick Katzenberg's death, who died from cancer because he smoked way too much, and then Lance Bannon, the other photographer at the Bugle, who got killed in this one arc. Oh my lord! Oh, Facade. There was this Facade armor, and there was a big mystery. Oh, who was in the Facade armor? And they never solved it.
Oh,
it's like the big mystery of like 1994, and they never solved it.
Cold case. Bring it back up.
Oh yes. I don't know if it's because the writer never came back, but yeah, no one bothered to solve it.
It is Marvel obviously placed a lot of value in it because they just like, whatever. Next.
Because
well, maybe the fact that you thought the mystery would be solved was all a facade.
Oh.
It went right in the Judas It went right in the Judas Traveler file. We do not talk about it. So Ben Riley takes off, and he's again thinking about Uncle Ben.
Yeah, all these things about having these shared memories, and but how they're important to him, real or not. I mean, he feels them, doesn't he? So,
that's all he has.
Yeah, but that must be,
especially seeing places now and where they are present day.
But it must be such a kick in the gut. That's like knowing then that they're really not your memories, but you can't help but feel the way you feel.
Oh yeah, because I think he wants to leave town, but he doesn't want to leave Aunt May while she's still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes to the place. So I thought this issue for me tended to be a bit of a. I think later on as well, there's a bit more of a recap of Spidey's origin, kind of told by Ben. Not to say that I didn't like it, but it was just like, we've kind of seen this a lot before. But I guess it's through Ben Reilly, so it's slightly different.
Well, there's like a lot of recapping because we saw Venom go to the building where Jean DeWolf was killed, and now Ben's the first where Spider-Man caught the burglar, and then Venom goes to the church where Eddie Brock met him.
Yeah. So you got three big ones.
Oh, and then
I mean, I think part of the reason that they did that was because they were getting so many new readers at this time in the 90s, so they were kind of recapping the original Spider-Man while also introducing a new character. They were trying to sort of serve two masters at once. And the internet wasn't. You couldn't get a Amazing Fantasy 15 that accessible back then.
That's true, actually. Yeah,
maybe there was some reprints, but yeah,
that's a good point.
Pre-movies stuff,
Living in the darkness back in the 90s. Oi.
Yeah. You just had to exist on Rumor or Wizard magazine articles.
Wizard, yeah. Love Wizard.
You kids don't know how good you had it. We had to drive from mall to mall and comic shop to comic shop to try to find all the back issues, man. We couldn't just order stuff on eBay.
Exactly.
Or Amazon.
Trawling through bins, looking for pages that were missing from the issue that I bought, for 20 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember getting a reprint inside a Spider-Man action figure too. It's kind of a bonus. It comes in the little plastic case. I didn't buy it for the comic, but
it was nice little bonus. Yeah.
Nailed it.
That I was about to say.
Thank you. I felt that.
Hey, Ray, who's that behind you?
Batman.
Whoa.
But oh no, then we get the other flashback, the night Gwen Stacy died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
hang on. So sorry, just backtracking a little bit there, Phil. I wanted to call out Eddie Brock's mullet. You see that? Jeez.
Yes.
God.
It was the age of mullet. It was the 90s. The age of mullets, Ray. It was Eddie Brock, Superman. They all had mullets at this point in time.
That is one big
mullet flat top combination. Gee.
Oh, you know what they call that, right?
Party front and the back. Party front and the back.
Thank you, Doug.
So meaning so many levels. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So anyway, Gwen Stacy, you mentioned. Again, so that's another recap, isn't it?
Yeah, I love he goes to the bridge, where she fell. And then just coincidentally, there's another woman at the top of the bridge at this exact moment.
What are the odds?
Who is this woman? Is she of some significance? Because she's dressed in a really weird garb.
I know. I'm like, did she time travel from the 18th century or something? What is with that dress?
It's a woman who is fed up with her job as a historical reenactor, and she just wants to end it all.
Either that or Steve Butler's really old, and this is his perception of a woman, walking down New York.
Barefoot.
Yeah. I thought it was look, guys, she's dressed all sexy. You almost see some ankles.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love that ankle. But I thought she was
yeah.
I thought she was an apparition.
I just know. I
thought she was an apparition at first because she looks like a 18th century ghost kind of thing, but she isn't.
Yeah, with all the smoke behind her too. But yeah, the thing that I didn't catch the first time that I'm noticing now is that there's cracks below her feet, and so that's the reason she fell. Maybe she wasn't committing suicide. Maybe that would be too dark for a Spider-Man book. Maybe she's just up there contemplating things. We never find out because she gets saved, but she is like knocked unconscious and doesn't tell her story.
Yeah, she's just up there wandering around in her 18th century nightgown with no shoes on.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, they
what
never
thought. Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the next page, I love this the use of motion leading the eye with the panels. What he does with the Butler does with the vertical panels of just Ben Reilly swinging. It's really cool.
Yes, it just pay attention because they do this gag a few times in the Clone Saga. It's like, oh no, not Gwen, not again. This will come.
Oh, right.
Yes. He will catch women off bridges a few more times, though. But yes, he has to redirect the momentum and not just shoot a web line and, snap it.
Well, he's learned from the mistake. So, yeah, that's good.
This woman's still alive. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about her. She's just weird.
Just a bizarre footnote in Ben discovering himself, re-examining his false self and rekindling his present day spirit. I don't know.
He puts his hat and glasses back on to take her to the hospital.
Yeah. And this this is the first kind of we hear about it. The doctor saying, why did he vanish like that? He's a hero. So Kavanagh is trying to establish that Ben Reilly is very heroic, but countered with his, again, as we've mentioned, his thought process.
Oh, right. Yeah. Spider-Man caught her, but dark. But yeah, after Ben leaves the hospital, he's still thinking, this city's a trap. There's always something that needs done. And then he hears on a car radio just passing by that Venom's on the loose.
Yeah. And I love how he kind of calls Spider-Man out. Because I can't believe Parker hasn't dealt with this guy. I'm going to deal with him properly. Because, but one, he's a very scary dude, Venom. So you can kind of see how Spider-Man can't really contain him. But at the same token, Spider-Man's a hero. He's meant to be, catching the villains.
Well, I don't know if the writer was even calling out, like, at this point, like, Spider-Man and Venom had, like, this deal. Venom was like, you don't come after me, I won't come after you. So basically, Venom could have all these miniseries, star in all these miniseries.
Yeah. And Venom relocated. He left to New York, so it's easy for Spider-Man to honor that part of the deal, too.
Based in San Francisco. Yeah, let the West Coast Avengers handle. So Ben, I guess, thinks he's going to do something about it. So, yes, he makes his new costume.
Yeah.
Right. And I like that he hears about it on a police radio. He's like, got to get into this now.
Is that a police radio or is it just a regular car radio?
Because
they're like, latest update from our Venom Watch 94.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
All right.
Now back to the music.
That's it. Yeah, I love how he bounces.
There's
he bounces off the side of the building. This whole dynamic of him is quite agile. It's cool. Anyway. Sorry, Matt.
No, I was just gonna make a dumb joke about there is a band called Venom, but they're very loud metal band. They probably wouldn't be played on the radio at this point anyway.
Maybe let it.
Not worth it. Sorry.
But yes, the classic scene. He goes home and he's. I don't know where he gets the red tights, but yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask. What is that? I mean, because we saw the sweater, the hood, but yeah, I have no idea where he decided to get the.
Not only full body red tights with the hands,
head.
I don't know.
And
they cut that scene for time.
And Phil, would you say is that a Nightwing butt or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if anyone is worthy of that, but I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
He's an in-shape fella. Let's say that.
Yeah. He clenched. So.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, and then you got the cool splash page at the end. Poster worthy.
Mm.
And it's setting up the showdown with Venom.
Venom.
Business about to be taken care of.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. But then I guess to fit in the quarterly book, Spider-Man Unlimited number 7 kind of awkwardly gets placed between part 1 and part 2.
Well, kind of, it fills in the gap, doesn't it, between what he does?
I mean, we don't have to go over this in detail, but I mean, it's just, Ben Reilly's band opens up with Ben Reilly in a restaurant thinking, man, I still really got to find Venom. It's like, you just started like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just a one shot. It shows Ben Reilly getting a little street level action before he gets into the big leagues, you know?
And him going to see Ant-Man, almost running into Peter.
But it's also got this homeless dude as well. He gets a bit of a So who was this guy? He used to work at Stark Industries.
What is this guy's name?
What's his name?
That's another theme of the Clone Saga. You'll get homeless guys popping up too.
Really?
Yeah, there's at least 1 or 2 other stories.
Rich Gannon.
Yes.
I don't know.
Rich Gannon?
Yeah. Wasn't he
That's funny. That's also a football player. Yeah. He's a former Raiders quarterback in the American Rules Football League. Yeah. That's weird, but there's kind of a parallel because even though he wasn't necessarily like a homeless guy, Ben Reilly was sort of a drifter, so you would think he would maybe relate on some level to that, but he almost seems kind of like like he doesn't care that much. He just kind of walks by him on the street, but then goes back to help him out after he gets hassled by some street thug, drug dealer, gun runners, generic bad guys. But
I just love it's like the classic superhero story where Ben Reilly's like, oh, I can't fight them as Ben Reilly. I have to go home, get my suit, and come back.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna know who Ben Reilly, guy who just got to town, is.
Well, he doesn't want to be mistaken for Peter Parker, though. That's a thing.
That's true. You don't want to get photos, and then they'll raise some red flags.
Yeah. But. Yeah, I know. It just seems like there's a lot more to this Rich Gannon as well, because he seems to be carrying just like books and stuff. I guess that's just to go on with him being an egghead at Stark Industries or something. But but they're kind of worlds meet, as you say, and so this is a one shot, really just to showcase a bit of street level, a bit of heroics. But I like it. I like how assured, I guess Spider-Man's the same as well, how assured Ben Reilly is at taking out these goons. Mm-hmm. And even that really...
Yeah, I thought it was...
sorry.
No, sorry.
No, go on.
I liked the dynamics of the issue. It's like I liked it from the cover and the interior art, and it has kind of like a throwback vibe to it. Too, There's so many complicated things happen in the Spider-Man world, and they're bringing this new character in, but he's sort of getting down to basics, and there's some humanity in there with the reluctant hero aspects to it. Yeah, whatever. Ben Reilly's. That's what I'm trying to say. That's basically it.
But
But yeah, these other issues were really weird. A lot of them, but like I said,
it's not.
If this had to come out, so they had to kind of fit it in somewhere.
Yeah. It's not. It's no Cosmos in Collision or anything like that. But it's it's a filler. But it was decent enough, I guess. And as you say, Matt, the art was pretty cool. I like the that last page. Get another hero shot with Ben Reilly, and there's actually a lot happening in here. So.
Oh yeah, there's 2 other stories because it's like it's a 90s issue, so of course you have to have a cardiac backup story and
oh right, okay,
and then you get that final story with Mary Jane where look, she's a Quasar fan, she's wearing a headband.
I like the headband, but it's unlimited. There's an unlimited amount of stories, 3.
Capped at 3.
But the clone, not yet as known as Scarlet Spider, leads, which is kind of cool. And you can't have just a complete takeover of Scarlet Spider-Man, can you? So at least they gave you some variety in this.
Yeah. So that leads into Spider-Man 52.
Part 2.
Right. Yes, because we it starts at the Bugle with 90s reporter Ken Ellis.
He's a sensationalist headline: Venom terrorizing the city. He saved.
Yeah.
He stopped criminals.
So has this guy got a vendetta against Venom, or is he just really keen to get the stories of him?
He just wants the headline. He just
He wants that front page.
He wants the Pulitzer.
Well, he's quite tenacious. He's can't say he's evil or anything like that. He's just, a bit of a douche.
He's driven.
Yeah.
It seems he's super focused. He's always working late. He's got sources. He offers rewards for information.
Yeah. So I guess Ben Reilly swung around after saving the homeless guy, couldn't find Venom, so he goes to Ken Ellis in the rain at night.
In the rain, and he's got that. He's
upside down.
Yes, he's also got a classic Todd McFarlane in the double page spread. He's got that Todd McFarlane spread. It was good to say. Pose.
Oh, what that one?
Yeah, bit of a. Hello.
He's good at yoga, Ray. Okay, we get it. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Spider-Man? No, I'd never think that.
Yeah, jeez. You got to be careful what you say to him.
I know. He's like, you can have the inside track on Venom. He's like, I need to help finding him. What's in it for me, hero?
Oh, yeah.
I want an interview with Venom, and now maybe you.
Jeez.
Yeah, he seems like he could care less at first, and then he's like, "Oh wait, no, there's money to be made here." So he gives up Venom. He gives this Venom tip to him.
Yeah, he's been spotted over the Roosevelt Island tram terminal.
You'd think that someone like Venom, there'll be plenty of tips out there of where this big lug is going. It's pretty hard to miss.
And I know it's the Marvel universe, but wouldn't that be like big all over the news? It's like, oh hey, Venom's just like over at the Roosevelt Island tram terminal.
Yeah.
Especially as he's like just like picking up crooks or who he thinks are crooks and just like I guess beating them up and dropping them all on this rooftop.
Yeah.
True, but this is also before the 24-hour news cycle really took hold. So it's like Venom might have been spotted somewhere, but the news isn't going to be able to report it until 6 p.m.
True.
Or the next day's newspaper. It's just a different existence back then.
It is. Different world again.
And of course, it's a 90s Clone Saga story. So meanwhile, an observer sits in the shadows on top of a building watching and waiting.
Did anyone else you probably didn't, Anyone else think that was Medusa? First off, I was just looking. Okay, who's got red hair? Who's got what's going on?
Right. I felt there's a couple of fake outs of Shriek at one point. I forget what issue it is, but it's sort of, maybe it's the next Web of issue, but it sort of looks like, I thought, like, is that Craven at first? Just like but no, it's not. And then I won't get too.
Next Scarlet Spider episode, we're gonna get the son of Craven. Well, one of them.
Yeah.
Craven.
Yeah.
Has legitimate kids all over the place. But yeah. Then here's the doubt that Ray was talking about. Ben Reilly swinging. Like, what makes me think I can take on Venom? Even the real Spider-Man has only been mildly successful against him.
Yeah. A fake, a clone, a nobody. He really is down on himself.
Yeah.
Poor bugger.
And Venom sees him. He's like, Spider-Man, what is this old pal? A new costume?
Yeah. And as he kicks him, he's still thinking, "What am I doing here?" Like, not the best mindset when you're about to go into a fracas.
I know. Well, he was thinking about leaving town. Now all of a sudden, he's battling Venom.
Yeah, he's quite impulsive. It's like, I'll take on there. Might as well. Let's go get Venom. It's like, oh, hang on.
And then Venom threatens him with the old Bane threat. I'm going to break your spine.
And I love how this he calls it out, how Venom's just as quick as him, and I didn't expect him to be that fast. Because Venom's, we always see him as maybe really big, as you said, like a weightlifter and stuff, but he has the agility of Spider-Man. So
But I love Brock. He's like, you can't be the real Spider-Man. We have an agreement. He would leave us alone and we wouldn't eat his brain.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It's got to be in a contract somewhere.
Every appearance, he had to talk about eating somebody's brain. The 90s.
It gets him good. Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're a fake. We don't like fakes. Yes,
That's
here's the panel you were talking about. Yeah, he says, time to die, Bunky.
Oh, yeah. He quotes Kid Reaper.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Or did he quote Matt?
Any difference anymore.
But it's a cool panel, despite the goofiness of the quotation. And there's a couple things like that where you're like, wow, this looks awesome, but what's he saying?
Yeah.
Like there's another one later where he says, nap time is over. I think you could have said something cooler than that with the artwork that's around.
The spirit of the moment, maybe he couldn't.
Yeah. But then we get a voice from above. We have to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the female symbiote from Venom Lethal Protector number 3.
Yeah.
Yep. Who was locked up with Carnage and the others, Venom.
So nameless at this point, right? She hasn't been given a name.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
No talk. All Spawn must die.
Not Carnage. Yeah, so off he goes. He's gone off at it. Forgotten about poor old Ben, which is a good thing because no healing factor, or no Wolvie healing factor, so he's just bleeding out.
Yeah. And Ken Ellis finally shows up.
Yeah, but we don't see heroes like this in these predicaments, especially not so early in a fight. You see guys get brutalized in a back and forth, but Ben is taken out of it, or Scarlet Spider, as he will be known, is taken out of it pretty early on and compromised. And you're like, whoa, this would never happen with Spider-Man. We've seen him get messed up, but that early in the fight,
yeah, because Ben goes to save all the innocents while the two symbiotes are duking it out in the street.
Yeah, he's still doing some good, so that's cool. He's still learning his craft, I guess, as well. Didn't he mention somewhere about he's not fully right yet. Like he I think it was maybe later on, something about like, you know, he's still a bit tired or whatever. Or maybe that was later when he goes into the fight again after he kind of semi recovers from this. But
But yeah, did anyone, even like the first time reading this, did you watch this Venom fight and just think,
Finish him! Finish him!
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was a hot game back then. So was Street Fighter 2. In Street Fighter 2, you mess up cars a lot, which, you know, did happen with the fight with him and female symbiote. You just kept referring to her as Shriek, because that's what her name becomes later.
Is that Rob Southgate?
no? Oh my, no.
Mark my
yes.
word.
Yeah, that's it.
Mark my words. Game over.
Game over.
So Ben's like, I have no idea how to stop both.
I'm useless, but what he does, he still, you know, saves a girl from the car, from getting crushed or whatever.
Yeah. Hits another person about to fall from a great height. You know.
So this guy just leaning back because he wanted to see the action, and that's how he fell. If you look at him, I'm falling. I think he was trying to look at Venom and like Shriek at the top there.
Maybe, or that, or yeah, I don't know if he was that, or like the vibrations like knocked off. I don't know, but yeah, he falls off somehow and Ben Riley webs him.
I think that's a bit of a Darwin award there. Anyway.
Yeah. But the female symbiote's like, we need your help, and she's like, I'll help you do an early grave.
Yeah.
Oh, one little storytelling device that we kind of skipped over that I enjoyed was after Ken Ellis comes on the scene, you sort of see newspaper clip panels that sort of narrate the action, which I really dug.
Yeah, and that was kind of like meant to be his mental typing in his head, right?
That's what the story will be.
Because he goes back, he's like, hang on, no, that's... I like it, yeah.
Yeah, we
just report the facts. Yeah.
Well, almost another splash page, except it's like two panels, a small one and a big one. Yeah, just Ben Riley kneeing Venom in the back.
Yeah. He gets a bit of a boost of confidence again, or maybe just desperation. So he goes back into it. What does he say? Hang on, there's a because when he gets that car and he rips it in two and he throws it towards him, he kind of declares, I'm a clone. Like, as in, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's kind of gives him that confidence.
I don't know if he embraced it. He's like, I just can't do anything. I'm a clone.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just saying, I just can't. Okay. As in, okay.
I think he's feeling sorry for himself, but then once he sees people might be about to die, he's like, well, okay, I have to stop these two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think when he knees Venom in the back too, he's also kind of coming to the aid of the female symbiote who, if she hadn't shown up, he might be disemboweled on the street or thrown into the water by that point.
Well, Ben's a hero. He doesn't want anyone to get killed, even this female symbiote.
Yeah. And she's kind of explaining now that she needs Venom as a consultant to how to deal with the symbiote, but Ben just wants to kind of get rid of him. And apparently, if you get dunked in the water, that kind of incapacitates you for a little while. So they go plummeting.
Yeah, especially wrapped in alien symbiotes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those symbiotes are very absorbent. It's like wool. Just soaks it up. And you get
they're going to say they were too fly. Okay. Yeah, because they hit the water and Ben saves the tram operator, I guess.
Like I love this Scarlet Spider because, in the sense, he has no belief in himself as well. But you see all the things that he does almost just instinctively. Saving this guy. He does so many heroic stuff. Yeah, that's really cool. So I don't understand why Lilith doesn't like Ben Reilly.
People are afraid of change. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I love Ben Reilly.
Oh, okay. It's my mistake.
Yes. And before Ben swings off, we see Ken now. Let's name him.
There we go.
Which
Yeah.
is funny. I think I heard somewhere where it's like they just like threw that name up. They didn't think it was gonna last. Like they were gonna like rename Ben Reilly eventually, and I guess it just never happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, it's different.
Got the alliteration.
Yeah. and then
And I mean, they ran with it because it's the cover of the next part of the story in Web
Yeah.
119. Need we say
the
more?
last page of this issue, Venom finally triumphs over that evil water.
Yeah. And anyone get vibes of T2 there as well?
Yeah.
Well, again, it is a
Judgment
river in
Day.
New York, so it probably is pretty nasty.
Yeah. But just
Yeah.
before that as well, Phil, again, they lay it on thick here, Kavanagh, with the crowd murmuring, hero, amazing, hero. You know, to see that, to kind of reiterate the point that he indeed is a hero.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, he's thinking, I'm no hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that goes into part 3, Web 119, where Ben Reilly's like going to his hotel room or whatever, and just using the sweatshirt as a tourniquet because he got sliced across the stomach.
Gotta make do with what you got.
Yeah.
And then
And he does that old Spidey thing as well, the webbing. Like, that must be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
well, probably less comfortable than bleeding to death.
Yeah, you've got a point,
Yeah.
I guess.
And then he goes to a payphone. Hey kids, remember those payphone?
Actually, younger listeners now might be going, "What the hell is that thing?" Yeah. So we.
They think we're talking about a burner phone. No, this is a device plugged
Yes.
into a wall.
Phones were
Which you-
attached to a wall. What?
Yeah, and you put in some money, and it would allow you to call. Yeah.
And he calls a mysterious doctor trainer. Stay tuned.
Okay. But then we also get this other introduction of this bohemian lass.
Oh yeah, who's this? Gabrielle Greer. Yes, another.
Yeah.
They were setting up another love interest in the last book.
One of his many flings.
But she helped.
She meets him after he passes out from blood loss at the phone, and she's like, Ben is in this Fleabag residency. I don't know if it's like a hotel or just like some tenement apartments. So she's used to seeing drunks and junkies, but she's like, this is pretty serious. I should probably help him. He's bleeding through his sweatshirt onto the ground.
I thought you were about to say that she's really stooped to new lows of picking up guys, you know, when they're bleeding, half conscious.
She's picking up guys off the floor. Yeah.
Kids, the kids are like, "Hey, mom, dad, how'd you meet? I met your father when he was bleeding out on the floor."
Murmuring some garbage. Yeah, and so she helps him out.
And then we
I
see
didn't pick
that.
it. Yeah, sorry, Phil. Go on.
Oh no, go ahead. Whoa.
No, I was just about to say I didn't pick up the thing about the doctor trainer. That's cool, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who. Yeah. Anyway,
That will pay off. But yeah, no. The next thing we see is Venom looking for Spider-Man.
yeah.
Correct. It just like breaks into the apartment. No, luckily no one's there. But yeah, Spider-Man always has to have an apartment with a skylight he can swing out of.
Mm-hmm. In a brownstone.
Detective.
Detective Venom.
Yeah.
He's not really subtle, is he? Just like
No, he doesn't have a whatever not a permit, but
a warrant.
a
Yeah,
search warrant, but he just goes for it. Yeah.
But I love he's like, no one's home, not even the delicious redhead.
yeah. What a waste! Shake fists in the air.
No sign of Pete at the Daily Bugle or the ESU campus, which only leaves Aunt May's house as he picks the lock.
Yeah, he's he's done all the right things as a detective. He's kind of narrowed things down, but poor Venom's not having much luck, is he?
Mm-mm.
No, Peter's not even at his school.
What's
No.
happened?
I love
what's happened?
what has happened to the typical American family. It's pretty funny.
But I
quote.
mean, yeah, no, Aunt May's in the hospital, Mary Jane's in Pittsburgh, and Peter's, like,
and who has it worse? Aunt May in the hospital or Mary Jane being in
how
Pittsburgh?
dare you?
Sorry.
How dare you? We'll see how great Boston is now that Tom Brady's gone.
Jarrett Stidham, baby, come on.
Right, American
Sorry.
football, right.
That's all right.
Sorry, right. American rules football.
American rules. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, then
All right, sorry. Back to the disarray that is both
Don't call
Ben
him
and
that.
Venom.
Disarray.
hey, don't call him that.
They're disarray. No, where just chaos in both of their lives. They're both searching for something that they can't
No,
find.
80s song.
And it could be.
But yeah, no, Ben's at the clinic getting stitches.
Yeah, no anesthesia. 4 more stitches to go, son. He's a tough.
Yeah, which he asks for. Yeah, I don't know if that's to save money.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to get out of there as soon as possible because it was a good idea. Because I guess Ken Ellis had had a tip out to all the hospitals. Hey, let me know if a young guy comes in with a gut wound.
Yeah. Some nurse phones it in, and Ellis is on the run. Look at him. He's loving it. And then there's like a predator on the rooftop.
It's the female symbiote.
Yeah. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
no. It's Species. Remember that night?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I remember Species and Species.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
Oh, let's face it. It was.
That's all Matt
Yeah.
Cohen learned the birds and the bees. At the end of his honeymoon, he's like, honey, you're not going to kill me now?
Expose your neck, kind of like.
This is how it works. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the other symbiote. Can all symbiotes do this? Can Venom become invisible? No.
Yeah.
It caught me by surprise. The cloaking
it's
device.
kind of the
Oh,
ability-
mimics.
Yeah, you know how the suit can look like any clothes. It can look like its environment. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Venom.
Yeah.
It look like anything. Yeah.
And this is when this, even though the symbiotes were being expanded, it was a lot less complicated than the world of symbiote today.
Oh yeah, it's all over. Yeah, which is it's good. I don't know if you like it or not. With absolute carnage, this whole thing with Null, a god, and cosmicness. But yeah, it's created its own niche in the universe.
What is with these weak characters who have to have like gods in their backstory?
I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny any. Khonshu, you just wait till the age of Khonshu. He is going to rain down some heavy stuff on the whole universe. I can't wait. And when I serve, I want to be slaves in his sugar caves. I'll be laughing.
The Quantum Man will be there.
Yes.
I like that they just reiterated the fact that she was created from the Life Foundation to kill.
Yes. I get that contradiction.
Yeah.
So you get another summary, and then she's going to follow Ellis, who will get her to the Scarlet Spider, which will in turn bring her back into contact with Venom.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Yeah.
There's another drop. But then we flash to Midtown, and we're going to introduce another character, the mystery man known as Kane.
In my, hasn't he changed since last we saw him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll see later. Sorry.
Yeah, back in Salt Lake.
Yeah, because this was the very first time we saw it.
There's a mark of Cain as well.
Because we see he's hired he's hired for a kill, but then he drops everything when he sees the headline. Is it the Scarlet Spider? The Spider-Man.
Yeah, he drops everything. In a chandelier.
He's pretty ruthless. He cracks the other guy's neck, and then he kills the other guy,
slitting some throats with his fingers or something.
Yeah, he's got spikes.
Yeah, and he does the mark of Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So something else that Ben has to worry about. Now we thought that he left that. He thought that was gone.
Yeah.
Still got Venom. Jeez, he's got a plate full.
Oh yeah,
seeds are being planted
at the hospital, and then he sees Ken Ellis coming, so he ducks out through the ventilation shaft.
Oh yeah, just in time to put a mask on. Then he has a confrontation with the symbiote. Is she Scream? Not Shriek. Shriek was the other one, the girlfriend of Carnage.
Yeah, the white skin one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Scream's this one.
All these wild women in the 90s, man. Shriek, Scream.
I don't. Yeah, their names are pretty ordinary. Don't you think? Pretty bad.
Bad names and power.
Yeah.
It's the 90s, Ray. Bad names and power.
Exactly. They need something catchy like Moon Knight, Or Quasar. Quasar is actually a very cool name, because it actually applies to, the science and stuff.
Marvel Boy.
What about Van Her? Not Van Him.
That would have been that. Actually, I reckon that was on a scratched out piece of paper in the writer's room back in the day. Almost.
She comes riding in on a chariot.
Then her. But she goes nutso here, doesn't she?
He just tries to leave, and she starts ripping up the building. So Ben's like, "Oh, I gotta take care of the rubble before it gets."
Oh yeah, that was cool as well. Yeah, how he actually, I love that little bit where he punches all the debris on the way down.
Almost.
Yeah, the other guy, he gets hit in the head. Poor fella.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny that he had just escaped the hospital, avoiding Ken and the interview that he owes him, and then he sort of pieces out on this lady, even though he's hiding. Yeah, but he's just, with great power comes great avoiding responsibility.
Well, we do see the another Uncle Ben flashback. Well, the burglar. When Spider-Man let the burglar.
Well, thankfully, only very, very short, very brief. Because we've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to help humanity because this other guy made a mistake once.
Yeah.
Right. Only a couple cars got smashed, but I got most of it. There's a few injured pedestrians, but luckily there's the worst hospital in New York that they'll probably get great
Oh, that
care
would have been
from.
a funny line if he would have come out of that shaft. He would have been like, "Oh man, I just avoided Ken. Now I run smack into Venom Barbie. Come on." But yeah, he goes home and starts working up some new weapons. Yeah,
pretty cool. I do like his
messing around with
yeah, I
the
do like
catchers,
his wrist blasters. Because I never knew that he had these. Does he have them now still? These different, gimmicky things like the impact webbing and the stinger, because they're pretty cool.
I think, and like even Peter has used those like once or twice, not in his usual repertoire, but yeah, he usually there's been a story or two where he used them.
Okay,
but I love, Gabrielle comes back and is like picking up on him. He's like, I'm in the middle of something right now. Behind a locked door. Come back later. I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah. Thanks for saving my life, but I don't have time to make pleasant treats
Thanks
with
for
you.
saving my life, but
see you later, Bunky.
I'm playing with my chemistry set, and you're gonna ruin it. All right, I don't have enough to share. But more importantly, he's like confident now. He's hyping himself up to take on these symbiotes. This is unusual. This is a change. This is like a sea change.
Very serious, because even his arm's getting veiny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does make a pledge to himself.
He'll take down every last symbiote in the city before leaving.
Pretty cool. Oh, and I see the Pepsi now. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, the female symbiote's taking out the Pepsi sign. Yeah,
Pepsi.
She must be a Coke fan.
yeah.
Or would it be like a Zoke fan or something?
Yeah. I don't know how they would do Coke. with a zero. Because they have masks on. It's a parody.
Yeah, she's ripping through Times Square, and Venom.
Venom gets a yes, and so she's come up to the realization that she doesn't need him anymore as well.
Yeah, but he's trying to take the symbiote off of her.
Yeah. This is a grisly scene.
Yeah. We're sick to death of spiders and symbiotes of all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
The identity we fought so long and hard to make our own.
So he's just ripping the symbiote off her, which can only be painful, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. I think it's connected to their nervous system. It's going to be caught in pain. And Venom's like, don't beg, until he gets hit in the back with some impact webbing.
I love this thing. I love this impact webbing. It's great.
Yeah, like little web ball. When they hit something, you just like wrap it or start wrapping around it.
Yeah. Because he only uses a cut.
But this is sort of where we learn what
this
it
is the first
right?
of it, right?
I mean, we didn't. Yeah.
Because he only uses a couple here, but then I love it when he uses a lot more.
Next issue. Yeah.
But yeah, this setting up the showdown. Venom rips the webbing off because he's still bloody strong. And then you got Ben Reilly pointing the finger. That means means business when you point the finger.
I know what he's like. He calls him Jaws.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A single pellet of only one new weapon bought the woman enough time to get out of your ugly face.
Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. See, Lilith, how can you not like this? All right, so last issue, Spider-Man 53.
And I love this. Again, the mullet on the front cover.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like a symbiote in itself. The hair.
That Eddie Brock, so stylish. But yeah, things must have gone not in Ben Riley's favor between that last page and this first page because all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened here.
He's giving him the finger. He's like, "Yeah, man, now you're gonna get it." And the next thing is,
Right. And they explain it. They're like, well, 30 seconds ago it was going better. But in the time it took to change an ink blot or something. Oh, he's getting hung by his hoodie and die of
a classic example of, I guess, if this came out monthly, how it would be okay, because, it's been a month ago since you read it. But, reading it consecutively, it's, pretty funny.
well, I think in like two different books, too. Yeah. It's two different books. I think it's two different writers.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't leave him in a chokehold? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's sort of it goes against the principles of improv. Yes, and they're like, no, but I'm going to do it my way.
But yeah, we get like the second page page 1 and page 2 recap of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
And then page 3, another splash to him giving Venom the backhand.
He's getting into it now.
Can't believe that Spider-Man would let a monster like this loose on the streets.
Yeah, he mentions that again. Yeah, I won't believe it. I won't.
Yeah, he punches Venom. He punches Venom in the jaw, and I don't know if Venom's bleeding green because you just see all this green slime coming out of his mouth.
I thought that was him, sort of salivating that he's ready to kill him or something, because he sort of does that before he gets punched.
Looks like the little phony's going to give us a fight after all. And Ben Riley says, "We're going to fight. I'm going to put you away for good," and punches him through a billboard.
What a punch! Jeez, he gets him good.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like a square city block.
And then meanwhile, if that was too much action for you people, Ken Ellis is writing up this story.
Oh, this is where it heats up.
Yeah, there he is, burning the midnight oil, working into the night at the Daily Bugle.
I love the hypocritism here. Hypocrite Jameson here. He's like, don't let the story consume you. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be biased.
I was reading that as well. I was just going, hang on. Calling the kettle black here. What's going on? Yeah.
Be nice to him.
Be fair and impartial to this masked man dressed as a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was very funny. I think it was meant to be like tongue in cheek like that. Yeah, wow, what a turnaround. Maybe he just doesn't like Peter Parker.
Well, do you know, does he, Jameson, does he does he get on with Ellis a lot? Do you know?
This was one of his first appearances, Ken Ellis, so yeah, it's kind of hard.
Okay. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I also think that maybe because Ellis had just made the front page that he sort of built up some goodwill with Jameson. Because, I mean, with the newspaper publisher, it's all, what have you done for me lately?
So, yeah, back in Times Square, Ben Riley's fighting Venom. Which at first I was thinking, wait a minute, Venom's sending off his spider sense. I thought the symbiote didn't set off the spider sense, but that's Peter. Maybe because the suit was bonded with Peter, maybe that it didn't set off the spider sense.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, there was some intimate connection between when Peter used it. Yeah, it must be.
And look, Venom's being nice. He's like, "Oh, how's your stomach feeling?" That it hurts bouncing around like that. Oh Lord! And another anatomy quote. It's going to hurt even more when I strangle you through your own intestines.
Ooh, that's a bit
low blow, Venom.
And then even
eat your brain. There's the brains. Okay, gonna kill you.
Yeah, the brains. Always the brains. And Ben Riley, this guy's sick.
Right, that's what it is going with.
And this is when he uses I love it, the impact webbing.
Yeah, so
He lays it on.
he said he stopped them. Yeah, because he said last time he ripped right through it, but this time he unloads a whole bunch at him.
Yeah. So cool. It's really well drawn as well because I love the detail.
Oh, yeah. Spaghetti webbing invented by Todd McFarlane.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like this new webbing, you fraud. It never stops growing. It's just going to make me madder.
I'll live with it.
No, you won't.
I'll live with it.
Yeah.
No, you won't. That's his retort.
I was waiting for Venom to say, you know, the madder I get, the stronger I get.
Yeah. And meanwhile, at a graveyard, Forge is paying tribute.
No, this is one of the illegitimate sons of Kraven. How dare you? Who we'll see next episode
Right. Yes.
of our Spider cast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know much about the. Well, recently there was some storylines with the son of Kraven. It was in Hunted, Amazing Spider-Man Nick Spencer.
That was another side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another side. Yeah. So I don't know much about this. This offspring.
Not to spoil too much, but at the end of the next story we cover, there's a big this guy's the Grim Hunter. There's a Grim Hunter versus Kane fight, and only one walks away. So,
no,
not to spoil too much. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
The outlook is grim.
And now I love how he talks about himself in the third person to his father's grave.
And I, the Grim Hunter,
Son of Kraven. Speaking to Kraven, now I, the son of Kraven, you know, like telling the audience, it's like, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah. The hunt will continue.
So yeah, we've got one page of that. So then back to the action.
Just a little taster.
Venom's completely covered in webbing.
Yeah. Still wriggling around in there.
Yeah.
Tremoring. Ben's using it, obviously, to take some time out. This is the only time he gets to kind of catch his breath because Venom's pretty unrelenting.
He said he's going to have to be brutal to stop Venom. It's going to be no other way.
No, I don't know if I'm thinking about this overly logical, but he's waiting for He's basically recuperating, waiting for Venom to break out so he can continue to have a fair fight. Why doesn't he just take this bundle of Venom and I don't know, slam it on the ground a few times, maybe knock his brains
Maybe
around?
He's afraid it'll break
you
the
know.
webbing or something, or help Venom break the webbing if he hits it or drops it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or at least let the symbiote out.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of funny because Venom is just getting crazier and angrier inside.
Yes,
we see in like the next page or two.
Yeah, but he's helpless. So why not take advantage of that? Yeah.
Yeah, or start playing a bell or a loud horn or something.
But yeah, we get a lot of like back and forth in this issue. I guess they're trying to set stuff up because then it's Salt Lake, Matt's favorite place, Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and we get some characters which we saw in our kind of rereads.
But the first appearance
deep
of
origin
Raven.
recap.
Look, the last 5 years have been hard on him. Look, he's already completely gray, and
I didn't exactly remember how he was in the Lost Years, but he does look a bit older here, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we got a little bit of when we got that sneak peek of Kane in the last issue, that was one thing, but it sort of seems like now, even though he's in the midst of this epic fight with Venom, which is kind of all of our introduction to Ben Reilly as the Scarlet Spider, they're showing you things like they're planting seeds for things to come and intrigue, which is a little something for people who have been readers are familiar with the story that we talked about in the last Ben Riley episode that you were just saying, and some new things like, Craven has a son, Kane is back. What's this cop gonna do? Like this, I know he's got a vendetta, but he's way out of his jurisdiction.
But,
what's gonna happen?
All good points, but did I just hear you slip up and give Ben Riley and Venom their couple name, Venom?
Venom, maybe. Benifer.
So again, back to Ben and Venom. Venom.
Venom.
Yeah, Venom's finally ripping free, and Ben's thinking, "Gotta work on the
Nap
free
time
a
is
little stronger
over.
next time if I have a free." And again, another splash page as Venom tackles Ben over the edge.
Yeah. Round 3, round 4. Off they go.
True.
Where's Scream? She's still just unconscious on the.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh Lord! And then
Just checking up on her. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here we go. What's happening here?
Next page. Gavin Thorpe and Mob Boss, which I don't know if they even get to this ever. I don't know if they set this up and it never pays off. It's
another loose thread.
He just snaps his brother's neck in front of some butlers and then starts swearing revenge against all authority figures and Spider-Man.
Defeating Spider-Man. Give up? Okay, I guess so, because I don't think we ever see you again.
Yeah. That's funny. I've never seen it where they just leave things and they just forget about them. Like Marvel comics. Yeah.
Whenever, if a writer doesn't finish up everything in their arc and they never return, a lot of times stuff doesn't get picked up.
Yeah.
That's like I think it was back in the 70s. I think there was Steve Rogers and it was living in this apartment building and there was a mysterious figure living down the hall in shadow, and it's soon my revenge will come to fruition. And then if they switch writers, they never address that and how and anytime I think of that, I'm just is that guy still sitting there 40 years later?
Still wet? Yeah.
But hey, people, write in. What is your favorite plot thread that's never tied up?
Yeah.
So again, back to Times Square in the fight.
Yeah, they're fighting. Nice little
Venom with this badass speech. You're going to have to put a little more oomph into the old puncheroos if you're going to
puncheroos. Yeah, trash talk while he's getting his head bashed. But his costume is absorbing all the blows, so that's fair.
Yep, and shadowy figure. I think this time it's Kane. Yes, another shadowy figure working in the darkness.
Yeah, just looking on. So he's hoping that that I guess Ben Riley gets softened up or defeated by Venom at least.
Yeah.
But Ben's pulled out another ace, couple of balls down the gob.
There's a drop. There's a drop. Oh, I know. Yeah, he shoots that impact webbing right down Venom's throat. Yeah.
Which is pretty.
He's trying to separate the man from the symbiote. Which
that is really cool.
It's a good strategy. And I love the art that accompanies
the
it.
Symbiote
too.
almost flailing all over the place. You see webbing coming out of Venom's mouth.
Yeah, and the symbiote's head is behind Eddie Brock's head.
Mm.
Yeah, the mouth.
Kind of horror.
Which leaves him wide open for a stinger as he shoots one of those needles right in Brock's face.
It gets him in. Jeez.
Sedative stinger.
It's just.
Does
it?
Goes to the throat.
I think he hits him in
the face.
Yeah.
Depending on the
cheek and the.
Yeah, but I
he
mean when he
in
punches
cheek,
him
man.
after he's been.
You can't kill us. Your webbing and stingers only make us angry. And Ben's I'm not still looking to kill you. Just setting you up for this shot. Punches him in the face.
Right
Finish
uppercut.
him.
And Kane is not
Yeah.
giving him credit in his.
Oh, he's still smarting from his loss. You know,
And once again, we will gnaw on your spine for
Yeah.
that.
you can't beat us. He's saying, yeah, as his
Still talking.
head is all split.
And Ben Rowley drop kicks him in the face. Someone should have done this a long time ago. Someone should have made sure you weren't free. But I had to deal with Peter Parker.
That's it.
But yeah, Ben drops Eddie Brock, man. Then, oh Lord, and Kane thinking Ben Rowley has a new costume now. So do I.
Yeah, he's sort of relating to him. He was going to swoop in and try to take him out, but he's like kind of begrudgingly giving him respect, and but also swearing
Look at that rock star hair.
He'll be back.
Oh, jeez.
So
So technically, there. So I mean, it's still going. The symbiote comes out of Brock. Tries to get to take over Ben Riley as well.
oh yeah, he's like, oh, you feel familiar.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's not.
But like everyone else,
Slightly
it's
off.
slightly off, so it's not quite there. So he's able to
Well,
overcome.
I think it was weak
pretty
too, because
easily.
yeah, Ben just kind of like grabs it with his hands, like no, and it hits the ground and kicks up some green smoke.
Yeah, didn't get that. But Ben's exhausted as well. He just collapses.
Until later, guardsmen from the vault come to get. Oh yeah,
I love these guys, guardsmen. You don't see them enough these days.
yeah. I don't think the vault's around anymore. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Oh,
Now-
really?
Now smartly, instead, the vault used to be like out in the wilderness in Colorado. Now they have like the raft, which is like right off New York. It's like in New York Harbor. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's transfer the supervillain prison from out in the woods to right off, like one of the biggest cities in the country. Okay,
Yeah. But there are no guardsmen at the raft.
Hey.
No.
not like this. I don't think so. No.
They're Coast
Okay.
Guardsmen.
So they got the red shorts on, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I love that they very kind of passive aggressive shot. Oh, you succeeded! Congratulations for succeeding where others have failed.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
But yeah, they can keep Venom, old Eddie and the symbiote separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 90s. You gotta keep them separated. Dun, dun.
So yeah,
I'm starting to get why it's called the Kona button, Phil.
but yeah. So Ben Riley swings off the last page, and we get the well, I guess not floating heads of guilt, but it's like the floating heads of look, things to come or not to come.
Things to come, yeah.
Right. He says nothing can stand in his way as the gallery of future challengers loom figuratively and literally on the page above.
But how about that? So he's beaten Venom, his first kind of big outing. It's pretty impressive to notch up.
Well, yeah, I think they were trying to set it up that not only was Ben Riley really good, but at this point, I think they were planning the big ramp up that, oh, hey, Ben Riley's going to turn out to be the real Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So, hey, of course he can beat Venom when the other one couldn't. But oh, look, next time, the return of the Grim Hunter. And who is Kane? Well, who knows? Because they don't tell you in the next story.
Just leave that up there. And look, I forgot a little mention. There are pouches on the ankles.
Yes. It's the 90s,
Crazy.
dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Gotta have pouches somewhere.
Crazy.
Got a belt and pouches. So stop. Is carry all those stingers and impact webbing. All right. So hey, what did everyone think of that?
I mean, it's a good what's it called? A good sparring partner for your debut. There's a lot of things planted for the future. Sort of saw him personally evolve a little bit, and with the costume. I don't know if it had to be 4 issues, but I thought it was pretty good.
Well, yeah. I mean, at this point, they were doing a lot of 4-issue arcs because right now in Web and Spider-Man, Ben Reilly's kind of taken over. Then in Amazing and Spectacular, Peter's going through 4-issue arcs.
Right. Yeah. No, I understood it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Again, you have Venom in there. He was hot property back in the day there as well. He still is. So it's good to have him in there. Nice meaty fight scenes. It's funny, like you mentioned, a couple of subplots and stuff didn't seem necessary, and it's funny how you say that they actually never eventuate to things. So it seemed like they could have trimmed that out, but I guess they're trying to introduce a lot of stuff. You saw like 1 page of the Grim Hunter. I can understand Kane being in there, Raven being in there, but that other guy Thorpe, what the hell? All that sort of stuff. But generally, it was good. It didn't veer off. It didn't get too distracted. I think it was a enjoyable enough 4-parter, and that little Spider-Man Unlimited. Could have done without it, but I still enjoyed it anyway. It's a nice little one-shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they kind of had to change streams a few times. I mean, maybe you can notice it coming up because, like, originally this was only supposed to last like 3 to 6 months, I think. But then if this was selling so well, they were just like, keep going.
Yeah.
Because I think that was like the big thing saving Marvel at this point was like the Spider-Man clone stuff and the X-Men stuff that was going on at the time. I think it was Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I can understand the X-Men were like big and stuff, but I just wonder what the allure was for the clone Spider-Man clone thing, because you'd think that a lot of purists would be going, oh, this is not Spider-Man. You think there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be into it, but so it's surprising that it was actually quite popular and people started, yeah.
I think it was just like, oh, it's the 90s. We got a Spider-Man with a 90s attitude, and he can, he'll do stuff that Peter Parker won't.
Yeah. True. Actually, a bit more edgier than the usual. Yeah, but pretty good. You enjoyed it as well, Phil? I take it.
Oh yeah. Tale from my teenage years. Yes, Matt Kona. What did you think?
No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Matt
it
Kona, you cheeky little bugger.
as well.
Nailed it. Yeah. Are we going to give it like a grade? Do we do the grades? Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Go ahead, Ray. You graded first. Go ahead.
So holistically, I reckon a good, not each issue. I mean, like just 5 of them.
I'd say all of
them. Yeah. A B. I'd say a comfortable B. Yeah.
Comfortable.
Is that good? Is that a surprise? No.
You
Have yourself
lounge on it, a comfortable B.
I can, yeah, that's it. Matt as well. What do you reckon? Have I gone too high on this one?
No, I think B is fair. I might go B- only because I feel like there was not a payoff really with the female symbiote. She's just sort of there to distract Venom a couple times in the fights, and when they do fight, it's kind of the same. Like there's not a lot of change of scenery. They're sort of just in like the same place. But I like that that Ben has to go back and regroup, and I like the new arsenal of things and the personality shift from doubting himself to being confident, and all the other elements that are going around. I don't know. B-, B depends. Maybe it was turned in a week late, so he lost half a letter grade.
Yeah.
It's tough to grade things when so many schools have been canceled at the time of this recording.
Yeah. But my symbiote ate my homework.
Yeah. Ate my homework spring.
I was gonna say, I guess my letter grade would be a B also, just because I was going to give it 4 out of 5 impact webbing pellets.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So yeah, I think that works out to a B. So yeah,
Cool.
nice solid B, nice comfortable B, people.
Comfortable B. Yes.
All right. So before we get out of here, because yeah, we did go long, but yeah, Ray's got to go to bed.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, good
Cheers.
night, Ray.
Have a good day. Have a good Sunday. Should be good. You guys up to anything? You guys gonna? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say you stay in the apartment, stay in the house.
Maybe read some comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, relax. It's a nice weather day. I'm gonna go drink some coffee on the little tiny
Oh, nice.
balcony, and then
Nice.
It's actually kind
eat
of
some
raining here,
breakfast.
so yeah, maybe I'll stay in and read some comics.
Awesome.
But yeah, before we go, I was going to tell everyone what we're going to do next time. But also, I was hoping to have a surprise for you guys, but someone has failed. When I was recording with Lilith yesterday, I said, "Oh, Lilith, you should send in some feedback."
Oh.
I'm like, I don't want to tell them who it's from. I would just be like, "Oh, guys, we have feedback," and it's just see Matt and Ray look at each other like, "Wait a minute, we're both sitting here. Who sent it?"
I know, this is very strange. Yeah. Oh, we needed either Lilith or Will to drop something.
But Lilith must have got distracted last night.
Oh, okay.
So next time. So next time, people, we're going to be covering, I believe it's Web of Life from the next, Web of Spider-Man 120 and 121, and Spider-Man 54 and 55. Like we said, Kane, Grim Hunter, Scarlet Spider macking on Betty Brandt. It's all good.
It's all on, baby. It's great. It's going to be good.
That's right.
Gobble, gobble.
All right. So, so send us your thoughts on what we talked about this time. Send next time. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow us on social media. Find all of that, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt to Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. And go down there in the show notes, use the Amazon link for Southgate Media Group, and help support the company, help Rob pay off these podcasts, because it is not free to put these up.
Go back and look at my history, and you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. Mark my words.
That's right. All right. I know you're just trapped in your apartment, Matt Kona, but where can people find you on the internet?
I'm on the internet at Matt Kona, MATTKONA, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those things. I'm hanging out.
And on the Quantum Zone.
Bunky.
All right. Ray, favorite avatar of Conchu, where can people find you in Into the Night? And hey, and promote that Last Sons of Krypton too.
I will. No, definitely. I should. Just check out on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Just type in ITK Moon Knight or Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast, the Moon Knight podcast, as well as Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. So just check out the handle LSK podcast for that, and you should come up with some sort of stuff that Connor and Ray do. We review Superman. It's a lot of fun at the moment. We recently did Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
Yes. Good episode.
Yeah, and that was I really enjoyed that one. Apparently, a lot of people say that that's one of the best ones. I can see why. But anyway, check it out, both of them.
And I thought we went long. It was 2 issues, and they went like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, well, we like to gobble gobble.
Well, you had a guest too.
Gobble gobble. Yeah. Well, there you go.
But yeah, always big episodes from Ray.
The big bazooka.
But for Into the Night, did I hear you're going to have an up and coming name and comedy on there soon?
Sure. Oh yeah, I am. I will be doing another. I love doing these things. They're Isla sessions. They are kind of one-on-one chats with special guests on there for Desert Island books or single floppy issues. And Matt Kona will be joining us at Grant Mansion. Have a little think, Matt, about what kind of drink you want Samuels to prepare you. We're going to go full out. We're going to,
I will.
cucumber sandwiches, everything.
Oh yeah, I remember ours. We were like drinking in Avengers Mansion, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. We had Jarvis. So should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to. Actually, I do know Matt's books, but it'll be really fun to reveal them. So yeah, that will be out, soon.
Oh yeah.
We've got something teed up for the recording, and should be good.
So check out Into the Night and Moon Knight podcast. It actually survived me and Anthony Sitko in the Power of Dad on episode 1.
Oh, smoldering. Can I just say that?
Smallwood.
Smallwood. I know you did well. Thank you so much, Phil, for filling in. That was good.
Hey, thank you, gentlemen, for putting this together. We're dealing with time zones and everything.
It's always fun.
Hey, we'll be back in a month. Come back next week for more of me and Lois. So. Okay. That's all right. So come back next time for Web of Life. Well, in 1 month. But, you know what they say. Until then, swing on back. Flip.